Welcome to the GCN Tech Show.
This week on the show, we've got a new gravel bike from Cannondale that's been teased, a new e-gravel bike from Orbea, one-handed pump anyone, titanium bottom bracket, a first carbon wheel set for Decathlon's Van Rysel, plus the bike vault, and of course, comments of the week.
And our main talking point this week, we're discussing Decathlon AG2R La Mondiale's secret weapon, a piece of tech which we think has given them a significant advantage and helped turn around their fortunes as a team.
Right then, secret weapon, AG2R, been using to get faster.
What is it?
What is it, Ollie?
Well, I've been to a lot of wind tunnels over the years, okay? But recently I was with Swisside, who are technical partner to AG2R. Or AG2R. They help them optimise their setup and give performance consultancy. And they've got a special tool. It's called a rake.
That you use in the garden?
No.
For leaves?
No, Connor. Not like the rake you'd have in your garden, although I'm sure that they do have rakes that they would use in their garden for leaves. This is an aerodynamic rake. It's quite a bit different. So, I've got a definition here. A rake is an array of multiple static pitot tubes, right, or multi-hole probes, arranged in a boom that spans across the wind tunnel's field of flow. And these sensors measure velocity, pressure, and sometimes the direction of the airflow at various points simultaneously. So, you're thinking, what on earth is that? Well, for those of you who don't speak nerd, a pitot tube is essentially an aero sensor. Now, you see them as the little pipes at the front of aeroplanes, and they're also the little pipes that are used in the aero sensors that people have been trying to commercialise for bikes. What this rake has is just loads of them stacked on top of each other.
Okay.
And you're thinking, what's this for?
Yeah, like what's the advantage of this?
What's the point of this?
In conjunction with a wind tunnel.
Yeah, right. Well, the first thing I need to stress is this isn't a new piece of technology. This has been around for a long time, and it's been used in Formula One for a long time in the testing of their cars. They still use them in Formula One. Cool thing, though, is in Formula One, they're restricted now with how much wind tunnel time they're allowed to do on the car, whereas in cycling, you can do as much as you like, or well, as much as you can afford. And that's where the tech has come from. So Swisside has a background in Formula One with Sauber, and now you're deploying that in cycling. But in all the other wind tunnels I've been to, and big facilities that are very popular with cyclists, like the Silverstone Sports Engineering Hub, I've not seen one of these before used in cycling. So it's pretty exciting.
I mean, it's really interesting. It all sounds great, and I am enjoying the Knight Rider vibe.
Yeah,
I've got going on.
Fun fact about Knight Rider.
All right, go on.
I learned while I was out there. Do you know what Knight Rider's called in French?
No.
It's called Quai 2000 or Voiture 2000, like Car 2000.
There you go.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
You learn something new every day.
Anyway, right, so...
what does this Knight Rider do?
Well, right. Well, Michael, it does... it allows you to do detailed flow mapping. Okay, so normally when you're testing a wind tunnel, and I got really excited about this, it's really nerdy, and I can see how powerful a tool this can be. So normally when you test in a wind tunnel, all you get is a number out the other end. Like, is this faster or is this slower? And you don't necessarily know why, you have to kind of guess. But the wind flow around a cyclist and a bike is really complicated. There's a lot of things going on. And we often talk about, people go, oh, is this faster or is this faster? The answer is often, it depends, because it's system dependent, because a large component of that is the rider and the position they're in. And that changes on an individual basis. You're a huge component of the whole system. And things like the way in which your back is angled, or the shape of your head, if you've got a bigger head than someone else, all this is a huge variable thing in how it affects the airflow in the system. But with a normal wind tunnel setup, all you get is this faster, is this slower? You don't know why. You don't know what the air's doing. With this pressure mapping and what it can do, is it can show you why something is faster. You can actually visualize what the wind is doing. You can visualize it in real time as well. So if you've got a rider in the wind tunnel and you say, can you just hold your elbows in a slightly different place? Or can you just move your head slightly or change your back position a bit on the bike? you can see the effect of that in real time as to what that does with the airflow and optimize it. And you can see exactly which bits of a system are making something faster or slower, because you can visualize it and map what the air is doing all across different parts of the bike and the rider.
Wow. So I guess this saves a lot of time in the wind tunnel too, because you actually know what's going on rather than having to guess and spend more hours in the tunnel like finessing what's the issue.
Yeah, it's proper cool.
Wow.
I was really excited seeing it while I was like, nerding out.
I mean, it looks impressive as well. It's a proper big setup they've got there.
Yeah.
So to have that at their disposal for a World Tour team.
We've so I actually shot an interview with JP from Swiss Side, which is going to be on the Tech Channel. So make sure you subscribe for that, because it was a really cool, nerdy chat and loads of really interesting stuff. Because he's been doing all sorts of stuff with the team. We've got a few other things coming out as well. So, keep your eye out.
There you go. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Wind tunnels going to the next level. Now, though, time for our main talking point.
Hot tech. Good point. Gee, bloody hell.
Before we move on, though, to hot tech, we've got some really exciting news here at GCN, because we've got a new wheel partner, which we are absolutely buzzing about. Princeton CarbonWorks and P1 Race Technologies are coming on board, and I can't wait to get these on my bike. Ollie's already got a set. Don't know how he's managed this.
It's not what you know, Connor. It's who you know. I
think he got in at 6 a.m. to the office this morning, and then wheelsets magically appeared on his bike.
So I've got a set of the 4.550s on my new Orbea. So there's a video coming out about a new Orbea I've got, They look amazing.
They do look amazing.
Pretty stoked.
I know Ollie got them first. But yeah, looking forward to riding these. Got some big challenges coming up this year, and these wheels are going to absolutely ping.
Yeah, looking forward to that. They look amazing. And if they're good enough for Ganna and Tarling, then, well, there you go. 5 dev.
Yep, titanium cool bottom bracket. I actually spotted this from our friends at GMBN who are up at the Core Bike Show. Full titanium bottom bracket. This looks absolutely amazing. Look at that.
I just love stuff that's like CNC machined like that. It's just always just like...
Yeah, shiny all over. Although it will cost you a fair penny. $499 US.
Yeah.
That's pretty high end, Ollie.
Pretty cool though.
But pretty cool. 29mm spindle diameter for a SRAM dub. It's got fits 5 dev 29mm spindles. So BSA English thread 68, 73mm. Yeah, as you said, full CNC machine, ceramic hybrid bearings too.
Nice.
Yeah,
you'd expect so.
Yeah.
Well, going from something that's super high-end bike bling to something that's hopefully more affordable. Von Rysel, we were speaking about them earlier.
Yep.
So they've been smashing it out the park with their new like bike and stuff, and the team. They've just launched new wheels. It feels like they're really trying to expand. So they've brought out some new wheels, and these are a lot more affordably priced than, say, the sort of top end carbon wheels we're seeing, but they look really cool.
Yeah, so called the VR35, VR50. So 35's aimed more towards like lightweight climbing wheel set. The 50 more kind of aero characteristics.
50 mil deep.
Yeah.
Clues in the name.
As you say, competitively priced. So we've got the pricing in euros. They haven't released a British pounds price yet. So the VR35 is retailing for about €799.99 euros, and the 50 is €899.99.
And with DT Swiss hubs.
Yeah, DT Swiss hubs too.
Which I was really happy to see.
Weight-wise, that's 1,490 grams for the 35 and 1,560 for the 50, which has a claimed 16% improvement in aerodynamics, the 50 over the 35.
Yeah.
Nice looking wheel set too.
Yeah, and they look good. 22 mil internal. I think for that is serious at that price.
Yeah.
From a serious. That is. I think they're going to be popular.
Yeah, and they're also quite generous in the tyre size they support. So Van Rysel say they'll support tyre sizes from 25 to 55 mil.
Yeah,
quite a high range. 28 mil they reckon is the optimal.
I visited Von Rysel a few times over in their HQ in Lille, And I mean, like the overwhelming thing I take away from it is they are serious. Like they're going after it.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, you know, they're sort of a bit of an upstart, but you know, they're looking at Trek, they're looking at Specialized, and they're like, we're going after them. So, yeah.
It'll be interesting to see as well if AG2R do switch to this wheel set, because they're currently using Swiss side wheels.
Yeah.
So
I think they will be sticking with Swiss side for the time being, because they are positioned as a higher end wheel set, you know, a bit lighter, and they are, you know, chasing those gains. So yeah. Next up, hot tech. Conor, what is this? A one-handed pump?
Yeah, I spotted this during the week. Quite interesting, actually. So this is from Radian USA, who've kind of come up with quite an intriguing solution to... Have you ever had that issue when you're like, you put in the pump head on and you need two hands, it can be a bit of a faff, sometimes you get it off, like half on. So this is like a really clever, simple solution that allows you to put...
Or maybe you've just got one hand.
You might just have one hand.
Some people do.
Yeah, or you're like, and you're trying to like, you can, basically this solution is a really clever design. It allows you to get the pump head on with one hand really easily, so it literally gets it onto the valve without actually touching the valve until you lock it into place. It's kind of like a pistol kind of lever grip. And then, you can pump your tire with just one hand, and it also like stays really firmly in place on the valve. It looks like quite a good solution.
It's a neat idea,
Yeah.
I think the other thing that you could use for this is the thing that you've got, which I don't have yet, which I'm jealous about, is the Topeak...
The electric
what's
pump.
it called?
The e-booster.
E-booster.
Pump.
Yeah, I want one of those.
Brilliant. I took it in my bike bag the other day. And it's just so handy just for having like a proper nice pump.
And digital gauge.
And really compact. And digital gauge, you know the pressure. Anyway, I could bang on about that pump all day. But this one, interestingly, it's surpassed its Kickstarter goal where it's currently raising funding. Still 27 days to go, so there's demand for it.
Cool. New Cannondale's been teased as well, like gravel bike. So, I mean, like they've had like the Topstone in the past.
They had the top spin. There's a lot of speculations. This was on their social media channels. It's like a blacked out kind of silhouette, but it's still, it's not fully like silhouetted. You can still pick out a few details. Yeah, it's a similar method they used to announce a Super X a few weeks back. Latest gravel bike, kind of race-orientated gravel bike. I thought it was interesting because that bike has clearance for 49 51mm tyres. So I'm imagining this one will be like their more adventure-orientated gravel bike. Looks from the silhouette like it's still got that lefty fork. I think I'm looking at it as well. I reckon there's some sort of internal storage solution on there too.
I mean, a lot of that is like a big trend right now.
Yeah, it's really hard to see anything else
I'm all
other than that. But yeah, it looks cool. I'm looking forward to seeing what they come out with.
I bet there is a significant change though from like the Topstone, which is that. Do you know about the dishing on it that they used to have?
No. So
like the rear wheel, they dished the Topstone wheels across to give more clearance, so you could like have better. It's weird, right? But it means that you get people who would buy wheels, like a new set of wheels for their Topstone, and then they were like, it doesn't fit. And then they'd have to go to a bike shop and get the wheel re-dished to make it fit with the Topstone.
Okay.
So they definitely will have binned that off, I think.
Yeah. I say there's been a lot of advancements really from the previous model. It's been a while. Another new gravel bike as well from Orbea. This is an e-gravel bike. I actually rode with Dan last week in Spain. He was on this bike, so we went for a pretty epic gravel ride in the end. I kind of let things spiral out of control. And there was a bit of hiker bike. You can stay tuned to the video to see more on that ride and the bike itself.
I mean, it's worth watching just to see Lloydie on a bike.
He was flying, and he kept winding me up by saying he wasn't using the motor. Beautiful bike though, Shimano motor, full carbon, OMR carbon from Orbea, so it's kind of more compliance in mine, and yeah, so Dan was flying on it, even without the motor going. Clearance for 50mm tyres too. So there you go, the Denna.
Nice. Look forward to seeing that. The Zwift Academy. That's our final thing in Hot Tech this week.
Yeah, it's come to a close.
Have you watched it yet?
I'm halfway through. I've been playing catch up because I was away on holiday when it started, so I'm still like a few weeks behind.
I was loving it. I think it was absolutely great. It's been great to watch. It's if you've not seen it yet, then definitely check out the episodes. I mean, you can binge it all 4 episodes now in one big go. But really, really cool to see. I'm just really glad that it exists as a competition, as a way for like young aspiring pros they can prove themselves on Zwift and then get a contract. I think it's really cool. You know, the cream rises to the top.
And you can see how much it means to each of the riders too in the process.
Yeah.
There's so much on the line. It's just such a brilliant way to leapfrog into the pro ranks, into a really well-established team too.
Well, to celebrate the end of this year's Zwift Academy, we've got a competition.
Yep, 2 signed Zwift Academy jerseys are yours to be won. Just follow the link in the description below to enter the competition. It runs until this Friday, the 14th of March, so don't miss out, you might get lucky. And if you want to scratch the itch of more Zwift racing, then don't forget the Zwift Games is currently on. First round was last weekend, ran live on GCN Racing Channel, and the second round is coming up this weekend. So do watch it live. You can watch it live.
Nice. Comments of the week. So under last week's show, Lorenzo Big Guy says, loving the stickers being sent in. Feels like a bit of community warmth. Nice. He's talking stickers on my laptop. There's been some new additions here. I'm not going to point them all out. But yeah, got a nice Fair Wheel Bikes sticker on there from, the guys at Fair Wheel over in Tucson.
Nice.
Cool bike shop.
Johan Russell 54511. Sorry. I've never commented on YouTube on anything, but Ollie bringing out the B&B Do America reference.
Beavis and Butthead. I can tell this isn't a reference that Conor gets.
I didn't know that B&B was for Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
This is why we watch. Well done. Thanks for sending the comment, Joe.
Yeah, people like that Beavis and Butthead. I don't know where, TP. I realise that Tom Pidcock is also TP. Not just Tadej Pogacar. Anyway.
There you go.
Yeah, TP. There you go.
Also make kids play equipment.
Yeah. So we also did a video asking the pros what crank length they use. Dan did this when he was out in the UAE tour.
Yeah.
And this has been really popular. People really like this. I think it's really cool. Saracen AAA said, Ashley Moolman-Passio knows what she's talking about. Thanks to Dan for highlighting that. Shorter cranks aren't for everyone. Ashley Moolman-Passio gave like a really detailed, good, techie answer. I'm all for it. It was great.
It's really interesting.
Other riders are like, just use what I'm given.
It's really, really interesting, this debate. And it's coming to the fore again in light of Vinegar going really short.
Yeah.
I'm considering going short myself. I've always been on the side of long cranks for obvious reasons. When I was racing, I thought they were really beneficial. But actually now, for my day-to-day riding, I have this hunch that I think short crank's going to benefit me, and I keep seeing it all the time. People go shorter, and even in the comments on this video,
I think you should be going longer.
No, I think it's the comfort and the biometrics.
Yeah,
not biometrics. Is that biometrics? Biometrics is when you put your finger scanner on or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not that. The fit of your bike, basically.
Yeah.
I think it's going to help. So I'm going to go to 165.
Yeah.
From 175. But let me know what you think in the comments. Do you want to go shorter?
I'd like to see you on 150s.
I know.
It would be like...
I'm not doing 150s.
It would be like, like when...
won't be able to ride the bike.
Like a clown in the circus on one of those little bikes.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
It would be amazing.
That's ridiculous.
Anyway, Turbo Butte says, Pfeiffer Georgie's face lighting up when she hears the question, finally, someone asks me about my crank length. I've been waiting for this moment for my entire career. It's good, you should see it for not seeing it.
I kind of feel I'm becoming that as well. I'm intrigued. I'm so intrigued.
All right.
I think I'm going to be more comfortable, more powerful.
Time for the Bike Vault?
Bike Vault time.
Bike Vault. You submit pictures of your bikes using the link in the description below. That takes you to the uploader. It's free to do. And then we judge them to be either nice or super nice. Where's the bell?
Where is the bell? Here it is.
All right.
This is an absolute banging bike from the top. Look at that. Keep your mouth closed, he says, and you can see why. It's a Dogma F.
Alex would love this bike because it's a celebration of brown.
He loves brown.
He loves it. It's his favourite colour.
It's just super smart, this bike. Nice photos as well.
Real nice,
really clean looking.
Super nice, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a super.
We've got the covers, the nozzle covers on the
I saw that. That's
hygienic when you're riding in dirty roads.
Yeah. Luxter Red Gold. Apparently it's that colour.
Ooh. I mean, it looks like brown to me, but...
Yeah, Luxter Red.
Yeah. Michael Stoops next with a new Bianchi Infinito. CV, what do you make of this? Got Ultegra Di2 on it.
I love how the
I've not
saddle...
seen one of these with this paint job before. That looks really cool. I really like that.
Beautiful paint job, isn't it?
I like that.
Done a very good job of matching the colour to the saddle, actually.
And the bottles.
Exactly, and the bottles,
And the I quite like that very neat saddle pack clipping in there. That looks good. Also, Elite Drive wheels on there, looking pretty smart.
Tanwall tyres.
I rate that. I think that's a super nice.
That is a super nice. I mean, those matching bottles.
Jimmy's next with a Time Edge Racer.
Yep, a timeless design, says Jimmy. This is my Time Edge Racer 2008 middle tier carbon bike brought into the modern era by fitting a 34-tooth cassette. I like your style, Jimmy. I like your style.
It's got some Mavic Siriums on there as well, by the looks of things. Classic. I love quite a few pairs of Mavic Siriums over the years.
Yeah, me too.
Bloody good wheels.
Like this, I think we should put this through, Ollie.
Well, I don't know. It's not in Biggie Smalls.
It's not in Biggie Smalls. That's the only problem.
You would put this through because it's covered in gubbins. And you've got an affinity for gubbins on your bike.
I like an accessory.
I can't let the gubbins slide. There's too many infractions. It should be a super nice, this. But it's just a nice.
Okay. I'm going to ditch my gubbins. Me and Ollie got a big ride planned on the channel soon.
Good. I like that Sella Italia Flight. That's a very, very cool saddle on there. Who have we got next?
So F-Sharp sent this one in, reusing my Ultegra 11-speed Di2 group set. I had an aging rim brake BMC road bike. I previously upgraded to the Magic of Di2. I enjoy the simplicity of rim brakes. I feel like I refresh the frame and wheels, keep riding. Custom painted frame set from Light Carbon and the custom brand logo.
Yeah, he's put Valparola on there, which was the kind of first big epic ride I did for GCN, was Everesting up the Paso Valparola.
Yeah.
Way back.
It's nice, that. I'll tell you what I like about this.
That's 7 years ago.
Still
Time flies, eh? All right. That looks very smart. I like it.
New York Street.
Shadow
stand, yep. I was just going to say.
That's a super nice.
That is a super nice. Beautiful colour on that.
I love that it's been customised. I really like that.
Yeah, I like the mix of the fading of the red to the black. Also obviously. Yeah.
Rate it. Next, we've got Ben Cardew, and he calls his bike the Budgie Smuggler.
A Budgie Smuggler. What's a Budgie Smuggler, Ollie?
I don't know why he calls his bike the Budgie Smuggler. It's not,
I'm not really
when
sure
you say
why.
Budgie Smuggler, that's not what springs to my mind.
So, I don't know why it's called a Budgie Smuggler. Let us know, Ben. Let us know.
Yeah. I really like that though. I really like that paint job.
Yeah.
And this is the Alley Sprint.
Yeah.
So it's the aluminium aerodynamic specialised Alley. Kind of like, I mean, it's very popular as like a crit bike because it's aluminium, so it's robust, but it's still aero.
Yeah.
And I think they're really cool bikes.
Yeah, I've never actually ridden one myself, but I'd love to try one.
He's got new RS tyres on there as well. Do you know what? I mean, it's a slight jaunty angle, and he's not using a shadow stand, and he's not quite in Biggie Smalls, but
I think we slipped through.
I think that
goes.
I think it looks. Yeah.
It's through. It's in the bike vault.
It's scraped through that one.
Okay.
It's scraped through, but it's got through.
Right, moving on. Jens, the German Italians, and this one in Casati Espresso XCR. This is a dream build. Columbus XCR stainless steel, ultra thin tubes, hand built in Italy. Mechanical super record, 2x12. Broad WTA wheels, Dealer Super Zero carbon handlebar and seat post area. This is dripping with premium stuff. 7.8 kilos, 11,000 euros. Check
you out with your Gen Z lingo.
Is that Gen Z lingo?
Dripping.
Oh, that was a current expression.
Is it?
Dripping with them jewels.
Cool.
I've got kids. It slips into. I tell my kids, they come out with some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. This is a banging bike, absolutely beautiful. Best combination of classic steel and modern carbon parts, according to Jens, the German Italian. No batteries, all fixable on the road. Beautiful.
I'm annoyed that it's not in Biggie Smalls.
So the photo of this, I think, Jen, is letting it down a little bit. Mainly like that tree line is getting in the way on the handlebars.
It's cool though, isn't it? I think, It's got borers on it, mate.
Mate, I know, it's pretty... You can't really not put this into the bike fault, if I'm honest. I think we'd be breaking a lot of rules, but it isn't in Biggie Smalls either, that's the problem.
It's not even aligned the tyres.
No, it's a lot.
No.
It's
I want it to be super nice. I really want it to be super nice, but it's not, is it?
It's missed an open goal, unfortunately, gents. Missed an open goal. Even though it is absolutely dripping.
Mate. If you say so. Right, well, that's all we've got time for, unfortunately, this week. So I hope you enjoyed the show. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next one. We're going to go get ready because we've got a plan for a big adventure to Taiwan.
We're coming.
Love you, bye.